Are you considering doing an FHA 203k? The FHA 203k government-backed renovation loan is the most powerful loan product in the entirety of the world, and almost no one does it. Well, we're going through one right now, and hopefully over the next few videos, you can learn from our experiences and avoid some of the problems and pitfalls and mistakes that we've made. First, here are the top 10 pros and cons of the FHA 203k. Number one, the down payment, 3.5%. That is quite low, almost lower than any other loan out there. 3.5% down payment. Number two, the credit requirements are 580 credit score. So if you have problems in your credit for whatever reason, you may still be able to qualify as long as you have 2 years of consistent W-2 income. Number three, if you want to do any sort of renovation to a house, maybe it's a fixer-upper and it needs a new HVAC or new electrical or new plumbing, or you just want to remodel the kitchen, or you want a new deck or a new pool, then you can do that. With the FHA 203k, they will finance up to 100% of that entire renovation, every single penny. Number four, most loans go up to 3% seller concessions. With this loan, you can go up to 6% seller concessions. And if you get that like we did, then that means all of your closing costs will get covered by that seller concessions. And not only that, if you have enough like we did, then your seller concessions go away, but it also allows you to buy down the interest rate. For us, we were at about 7% interest, and with those seller concessions, we were able to bring that down to about 6.125%. Over the course of 30 years, that is a lot of extra money. Also, number five, while you're doing the renovation, because you're paying for wherever you're living somewhere else, while the house is unlivable, you can finance up to 12 months of mortgage payments. 12 months of mortgage payments. That means, putting that all together, you can buy a house for 3.5% down payment, finance 100% of the renovation, maybe get 6% seller concessions to get rid of all your closing costs and buy the interest rate down, and then during the renovation, not pay the mortgage. That's pretty amazing. And lastly, this is kind of a bonus, and number six, for most loans, usually the lender will only give you a mortgage up to the amount that your house appraises for. With the FHA 203k, let's just say the purchase price plus the renovation, you need $550,000. If for whatever reason the appraisal value only comes out to 500, they will still lend you 550. In other words, with the FHA 203k, they will lend you up to 110% of the appraisal value. So pretty cool. Now let's talk about some cons. Number one, you do have to live there for at least a year. This is an owner-occupied renovation loan, so if you are trying to do this as a fix and flip type of mentality, technically that is mortgage fraud, so don't do that. Number two, it is very difficult to close. Before you close, you have to walk through the house with a contractor, get cost estimates line item by line item, have everything approved by your lender, both the scope of work and the cost estimates, and your contractor has to be fully licensed, insured, all this kind of stuff. All of that is a lot. And if you try to go for a 30-day closing, it's not going to make it. So there's a lot of things that need to happen. You need 45, if not 60 days or more to close, and a lot of sellers may not be willing to do that. So take that into account. Number three, because you must use a licensed and insured general contractor, that means you will be paying an additional amount for their profit and overhead fees. So take that into account. There's also the FHA HUD consultant, the government-approved FHA HUD consultant. You do have to pay fees for that, and also inspection fees when they come to inspect before draws. There's also permit costs, and if your city has any issues with permits, then there's also waiting time, dead time, where you're not doing any part of renovation, you're just waiting for permits. Also, the city may ask you to do architectural or structure engineering plans. Those are additional costs. Maybe the city asks you to undo some work or redo some work. And the end result is that you're going to be spending probably a lot more money than if you used unlicensed contractors and perhaps didn't do permits. Of course, that's up to you, but just mentioning that you may have quite a large loan because of all these additional factors. And number 4, lastly, if for whatever reason the general contractor that you're using for this FHA 203k, if it doesn't work out or you don't like them, whatever it is, you're kind of stuck with them. It is a very difficult process to change it out, so be aware of that. Those are the top 10 pros and cons of an FHA 203k. If you have any questions or you're thinking about doing one or you're going through one and having problems, call us. We'll be around.